So I'm assuming you've had a chance to read the book.
Yes, this is my second time through the book.
Okay, and what's it like for you to read that book?
Last year, and we had kids reading some of this stuff aloud, last year I almost had to leave the room. And I hate to admit it, but those experiences in the book where you say, you know, I told them what happened, and they didn't believe me. I had a hard time not believing it, but that someone could experience something like that throughout their entire childhood. And because I had, you know, I give my parents a lot of credit. Nobody's perfect, but they did a really good job. And it just made me really angry that there were people experiencing this.
Including
So
some of your students.
Oh yeah, and that's what makes that, when I started working here, it made me mad that people could be treated this way as very young people in their own home. You know, like I said, I was very naive and very sheltered from a lot of this. So I'm glad, what makes me happy about the book, I mean, I almost had to leave the room, it almost made me ill. But what makes me happy about the book is that I know. And that if I hear of something, I can report it, and I can believe that it's really happening. And I'm glad that we have come this far, that we don't sit back and say, oh, I don't think that's really going on, or I have trouble believing that any parent would treat their child that way. Now we know, and now we have a responsibility.
Absolutely. And I think that one of the things to take away from this is that we see the children in this point in time where they seem to be failing, they seem to be hopeless, they seem to be directionless, and then knowing that at the end of that book that you almost had to walk out of the room because of the content on, you realize that there is sometimes this ability to overcome, that as long as we can be patient and maybe see the children through this process, that maybe someday we'll get to see them overcome their grief, their struggle.
Well, those details, the details of your childhood, are the most important ones to put in there. The most difficult to read, but the most important to get, because we have to know that this is going on. Our kids have to know that it's okay to report it, and that even though what they're coming from tells them they're not going to succeed, they really can't.
Sure.
And it's this kind of a book that, for all its content, and you know, for my reaction to it, it's a book full of hope. And that's what's most important. And it's not hope that's like flying around and doesn't have a basis.
Right.
It's hope that has a foundation.
Right. There's some evidence there.
Oh my goodness.
Can I say thank you to you for what you're doing for these students?
Oh, I love what I do. And I never thought I would have a job that I love this much, but I sure do. And I am very grateful to have it, and I am very grateful for them getting themselves out of bed every day and getting in here, because they're my heroes.
Absolutely.
It's hard for them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.